All right. Hey everyone, it's Tino. I'm back. I am excited to start a new video series where we're going to essentially talk about some of the exciting freestyle world records that are out there. Essentially, what I'm going to do is walk through some of the runs that I think are impressive. Feel free to comment, let me know if there's anything you'd like to see specifically explained or broken down, anything like that. I've played a crap load of Monster Hunter in my day, starting with 4 Ultimate. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how things have evolved as well as we kind of review some of these runs. So it should be tons of fun. This episode in particular, we're going to start with some Sword and Shield. I think Rathian is kind of one of the quintessential sort of classic Monster Hunter monsters, right? Sort of the OG. And Apex Rathian in Monster Hunter Rise, in particular, I find is a really, really cool fight. And yeah, I thought I'd take some time and review some of these videos. We're going to start with Sword and Shield. I'll give you some commentary, point out things that I think are really cool, impressive things about the run, any cool tech, anything unusual. And it should be good stuff. So we're going to start with the current world record for Sword and Shield for Apex Rathian, which is this impressive run right here. And I've got this open in another monitor. Okay. Now I apologize because I don't know how to pronounce this runner's name. So whoever you are, your run is absolutely amazing. And I've watched this once before, but the reactions here are totally genuine because like what this person does in this run is absolutely spectacular. So let's get right into it. So you'll see most people port immediately. You're hoping for a good spawn. In this case, they basically got the good spawn, which is right behind the base camp. So I'm going to just call out something here. A couple of people have asked me previously, like, what's the proper buff sequence? You don't have to do it in any particular order, but there are 3 items that stack most effectively. Might Seed, Demon Powder, and Mega Demon Drug. So you're going to see him, or her, this person, pop all 3 of those ahead of the start of the fight. You just want to nab that, and then you also want to grab this. Typically, you want to grab this wire bug before you start the fight. So you'll see they grab the wire bug. Very nice. Oh, that is just poetry in motion. Love to see that. So they use an advancing slash to bring Rathian's head around. And it doesn't matter if it's regular Rathian, Apex Rathian. I think even Gold Rathian from other games does this. There's pretty much a guaranteed roar coming at you. So our friend here exploits this masterfully, gets the full Metsu with the counter, and then on the falling bash downward gets both hits and ices the cake with the knockout, which is really, really cool. So you can typically do this with the vast majority of Sword and Shield simply because the knockout values these days are spectacular, and the shield bash combo is bananas good. So you can see, like, this is already taking Rathian right down to Funky Town. Goes for the perfect rush. Interesting. Perfect rush eats through your sharpness. Really nice getting the double falling bash hits there. I have to pause because that's also just really, really spectacular. Not only is that excellent positioning, but really perfect wire bug awareness. Like, you know, that could be partially RNG, that could be a little bit of luck, but more importantly, has the game sense to react, pause, swivel, set up the Metsu so that you can get the counter Metsu, which, you know, you get multiple hits off of that initial invulnerability situation, which is really cool. And just like takes full advantage of this monster's like patterns, the weapons ability, and like I said, that wire bug awareness, that is like so clutch, especially with a weapon like Sword and Shield. So super cool. Gets the falling bash, both hits. Oh, and then the trip. So I'm going to pause there. It's very hard to get the trip when you're hitting the monster's face. Rathian in particular tends to trip, go figure, when you hit its legs. So that's really cool. Love to see that. Again, perfect rush. Eats through sharpness, but does a crap load of damage. Excellent knockout at the end there. Doesn't get the counter because the monster's down, but just goes for the full damage initial hit. Big fan of the perfect rush. Oh! Okay, unfortunate whiff with the last hit of the perfect rush. I think if that had hit, this run could have gone even faster because you would have gotten the rising slash into the falling bash. Oh yeah, another perfect counter Metsu. Rathian does the weird thing where it forgets that it can't be mounted, and he uses that for a sharpen. Oh my god, that's really, really nice. Gets the counter Metsu again. Wow. Just wow. That counter Metsu there is really nice because if you hit Rathian out of the air, it sets up huge damage opportunity. Nice stagger out there. Gets the counter off of the fireball. So that's a fairly risky maneuver because it's easy to get hit out of that with, you know, the sort of damage over time from the fire. Excellent, excellent play. Oh, and the trip again. Oh my god, it's just so delightful. Like, this is a tasty run. This is just delicious monster hunting. Oh, ready for the Metsu, and there you go. Again, mwah, this is just a symphony. Like, that is so, so nice. Like, ready for that Metsu opportunity. Knows he has two, knows this person knows they have the two wire bugs. Knocks him out of the air, cleans up the fight. That is one heck of a hunt, let me tell you. And this person's basically using... most people would argue that this is, you know, the best raw damage meta set for Sword and Shield. So you're using Tigrex. It's a mix of Fake Chest, Kaiser Helm, a couple of other things, but really, really cool sort of raw damage set that they've used here. So I absolutely adore that run. Like, I think that's just one of the coolest ways to show off expert positioning, expert timing. Really, like I said, I mean, this run blows my mind every time I see the wire bug awareness. So just a thrill to watch. I dream of being this good. I think my best just regular Rathian time is like a 347, 350, something like that. So to take Apex Rathian down in under 3 is really, really cool. However, I also want to take this opportunity to show off another favorite run of mine. So this is a run from an individual called Levi, and Levi does some really, really brilliant bomb play, which you'll see in this run that there's opportunity for this to be even faster, and it's already sub 3. It's already a sub 3-minute run. So really, really cool, and I hope you guys enjoy this as much as I do. So let's jump right in. So very similar build. The only difference is that there's been a little bit of secondary skill optimization. And you'll see that right off the bat there's a divergence, right? This guy, I'm sorry, I'm going to use guy as gender neutral, I apologize. This person goes for the buffs, right? Pick up the Spear of Birds. But again, you'll see typical items. Oh, nice. Great Metsu. Gets the knockout right off the bat. Let me pause here for 1 second. Again, this is hallmark of really excellent players. Like clockwork, they catch that Metsu right off the bat. Tasty and delicious already. So we've got a knocked out Apex Rathian on the ground. But this is where things start to switch up. Here you go. So Metsu into Barrel Bomb to get the counter. So the cool thing about that, now let me just pause for 1 second, because there's something worth explaining there. Historically, Sword and Shield and bombs have always had this crazy magical synergy. If you've been playing Monster Hunter for a while, you may have heard of a build style called Stylish Bombing. Stylish Bombing is extremely cool. I'm going to see if I can find a video to also link in the description below. But back in the days of like 4 Ultimate and Tri, Sword and Shield was considered a sort of like weaker weapon, right? It didn't do as much damage as some of the other stuff that's out there. Sorry, I felt a weird bug on my So because it wasn't so, shall we say, zesty in the deeps, people found other ways to take advantage of its unique capability, for example, to put items down without picking or unequipping the weapon. So Stylish Bombing was born, which involved spamming barrel bombs and exploding barrel bombs with the Sword and Shield. And this style of play reminds me of that so much. It's super entertaining to see people take advantage of the barrel bomb action. And I mean, I'm just going to call out that Monster Hunter Rise has been the death of sleep bombing, which makes me very sad because sleep bombing was so cool and was like something so reliable. For example, in World, if you play in World and you wake up a sleeping monster, you'll get booted from the hunt. Enough about that. Let's get back into this. Okay, doesn't have the wire bugs for the Metsu, but, you know, goes for the standard shield block. Gets the Metsu on the tail whip. That's pretty cool. As long as you get the counterattack on the Metsu. I would get some whiffs here, unfortunately. This is sort of a taller Apex Rathian. Oh, gets the trip. Again, the trip on the face. Not easy to pull off. Oh, yes. I just absolutely adore seeing the bomb placement with the counter Metsu. You get the big burst of deeps on the front. You saw you get the full 322 DPS initial hit. Not DPS, 322 initial damage hit. And then the counter triggers the sort of multi-hits after. And splash of bomb damage on top. And I believe this person is using Bombardier, so that's got buffed damage output as well. It just all comes together and makes an amazing monster hunting pizza pie of destruction. So beautiful. Oh, I didn't even realize that was the knockout one as well, so that's even cooler. So you really get an extended damage opportunity while the monster's down and knocked out. Again, goes for the counter Shoryu. Oh my god, the Metsu magic. This is just such a sexy run. I absolutely love seeing that. Grabs the wire bug. Very nice. Again with the counter Metsu. Like I said, the top tier players just never miss that counter Metsu, and this run is no different. Going for another one. Yes! Going for another. Yes! Oh my god. So normally barrel bombs do, I think, 150, but with Bombardier they do 195. Something like that. I might be plus or minus on my number. But super nice. You saw that in this run, though, there were a couple of misses on the parts of the combo. There was a miss on one of the spinning reapers, I think. So all that means is that, like, this run has potential to get even more absurd. Oh, God. And that's, again, just really spectacular Metsu use against Apex Rathian. You're almost always guaranteed the old combo wombo and knock it out of the air. Then does the small bomb. Oh my god, does the regular barrel bomb into hunt completion. Sub 3, baby. Amazing. So, hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I did. So you can see this person's build is a little bit different. Let me actually back up a little bit here, and I'll pause when he's on the equip screen. So the first video we saw is the sort of meta Sword and Shield raw DPS build using Tigrex. This is also basically the same base set, but as you'll see right above my noodle here, 3 points of Bombardier. So just killer, like really, really impressive what this person has come up with. Like, I love how there's two basically like totally different styles, each able to pull off a sub 3 minute run on an apex monster. Oh my god, Monster Hunter is just, it's the greatest video game that's ever been created. I'm telling you right now. So hopefully you enjoyed. I plan to make more of these videos. If you have anything in particular, like I said, that you'd like to see, give me a shout here. I can comment on any weapon type. We can do any monster variety. And we could even look at some previous versions of Monster Hunter as well, like Iceborne World. I have Gen and also 4 Ultimate, which would be kind of janky to show on screen, but it's an opportunity. So thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.